Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I'm not able to see your window, ma'am. Can I leave and join?
Yeah. Yes, the lobby is enabled, so you can just join by yourself. My screen is visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. You can just take a screenshot of these questions. So in the first one, if 7 cosecant theta minus 3 cot theta is 7, prove that 7 cot theta minus 3 cosecant theta is equal to 3. Here it was 7 cosecant theta. Here it is 7 cot theta. Here 3 cot theta. Here 3 cosecant theta. Given that 7 cosecant theta minus 3 cot theta is 7, we need to prove that 7 cot theta minus 3 cosecant theta is equal to 3. So this is one of the ways of doing it. Take up the given expression. I'll tell you the procedure and then explain it line by line. Take up the given equation. Take up the given equation. Square it on both the sides. So when you square, this is the result. This is the result. When you square on both the sides, this is what you get. After squaring and expanding, replace cosecant square theta using the identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So cosecant square theta is 1 plus cot square theta. Here cot square theta with 1 cosecant square theta minus 1. Because you can see here 7 cosecant theta becomes 7 cot theta. 3 cot theta, 3 cosecant theta. So what we're going to do is after squaring, we're going to use the identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1 and replace cosecant square theta using the identity. So cosecant square theta can be replaced with 1 plus cot square theta. And cot square theta can be replaced with cosecant square theta minus 1. We don't disturb these terms, not cosecant theta and cot theta. We don't disturb them. Only cosecant square theta and cot square theta are replaced using the identity. So once you do this, what happens? Next step, you'll have to multiply 49 into 1, 49 into cot square theta, 9 into cosecant square theta, 9 into minus 1. That's the next step. That's the next step. You'll have to multiply. That's the next step. And then some simplification happens. Some simplification happens and you're left with 3 terms. 1, 2, 3 terms. Shift this number to the other side. Shift this number to the other side. Because you see here, you need to get 3 and you have 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. So you're almost there. After opening the bracket, simplify. And we have 1, 2, 3 terms here. Shift this number to the other side. Now these 3 terms go to make a minus b the whole square. These 3 terms can be written in the form a minus b the whole square. So that's what we show here, that it's in the form a minus b the whole square. So see here, a minus b the whole square is 9. So a minus b is equal to square root of 9, which is 3. So the thing is we take up the given expression. Sorry, we take up the given equation. We square on both the sides. When you square on both the sides, you expand using the identity a minus b the whole square. Here a square 2ab b square and 49 is equal to 49. After this, we replace cosecant square theta with 1 plus cot square theta and cot square theta with cosecant square theta minus 1. And so when you do this, you have to multiply. 49 into 1 is 49. 49 into cot square theta is 49 cot square theta. Here, 9 cosecant square theta minus 9. After that, 49 on either side gets cancelled. We shift 9 to the other side. This number minus 9 to the other side is plus 9. We show that the remaining 3 terms here in the LHS 1, 2, 3. We show that the remaining 3 terms are of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. We show that the remaining 3 terms are of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square, which makes it a minus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square. So 7 cot theta minus 3 cosecant theta. The whole square is 9. And we prove that 7 cot theta minus 3 cosecant theta is 3. Children, today's class I'll wind up at 8 o'clock. So you can write it later. Is the procedure understood? Can you work this by yourself with this explanation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, yesterday we did the second one. Can you recall? Can somebody tell me how to start that? If secant theta plus, is Arnav there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Arnav, can you recall from yesterday's discussion?
Yes, ma'am. You had asked secant theta plus tan theta is equal to, answer is that 1 by secant theta minus tan theta.
Very good. So what is secant? Now, secant theta plus tan theta is given to be 4. Then what is the value of secant theta minus tan theta?
4 by
1 by
secant theta. 1. Yes, ma'am. 1 by secant theta plus tan theta.
Yeah, 1 by secant theta plus tan theta. But what is secant theta plus tan theta? 4.
1 by 4.
1 by 4. 1 by 4. If secant theta plus tan theta is 4, then secant theta minus tan theta will be 1 by 4. Okay. So tell me, children, how do you proceed? Yesterday we did exactly the same question yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what do? We have secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 4. With this, we can find secant theta minus tan theta is 1 by 4. What do we do with these two?
Ma'am, we equate these two equations, ma'am.
We equate them. We equate them or what do we do with them?
We solve, ma'am.
Yeah, we solve them. We solve the two equations. When you solve the two equations, what will you get? You can get secant theta and tan theta. You can get the value of secant theta and tan theta. Okay. So now, since we need to find only sine and cos, fine children, see, nothing difficult. We are given that secant theta plus tan theta is 4. Then secant theta minus tan theta will be 1 by 4. You can see that here. You can see that here. I'm not explaining this, children. By now, you should know this. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll solve both and we'll find secant theta. We'll solve to find secant theta because once you get secant theta, that's nothing but cos, sorry. Once you find secant theta, the reciprocal of secant theta will be cos theta. whatever is the value of secant theta, the reciprocal will be the value of cos theta. And once you find cos theta, using the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, we can find the value of sin theta. Secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 4. Secant theta minus tan theta is equal to 1 by 4. We have two equations in secant theta and tan theta, like two equations in x and y, where we can solve and find the values of x and y. We have two equations in secant theta and tan theta. So we can solve them and find the values of secant and tan theta. But what we'll do, we'll solve to find secant theta. We'll solve and we'll find secant theta, because you know, if whatever is the value of secant theta, its reciprocal will be the value of cos theta. So that way you can find cos theta. And once you find cos theta, using the identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, you can find sin square theta, sin theta. So since you want to find secant theta, you don't change the signs. You want to find secant theta, right? So plus tan theta minus tan theta gets cancelled. So that way you can find secant theta. Yes, children, please go through and ask me if you have any questions.
Ma'am,
Yes.
we can also find like tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta.
When you find tan theta, you cannot find using sin theta by cos theta, because you don't know sin theta, you don't know cos theta.
For finding sin theta.
For finding sin theta. No, that's what you, no, okay, you tell me now. Okay, after secant theta, what do you want to do? Tell me from the beginning. What is your procedure like?
Ma'am, like we can also, after finding secant theta, we can also change the signs and find tan theta, no ma'am?
We can find tan theta, correct, yes. Like what we did yesterday. Yes, you can find tan theta. Then after that?
Then tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos
Correct.
theta.
Yes, yes, yes. You can do that also. You can do that. Yesterday, I think we were asked to find secant theta, tan theta, and sin theta.
Yes,
but not that it's nothing like, you all know that it's not that sum should be worked like that and this should be worked like this. It's not like that. You're perfectly right. You can also do that here.
Okay.
In yesterday's question, we were given the same information and asked to find the secant theta, tan theta, and sin theta, if I'm not wrong. We were asked to find secant theta, we were asked to find tan theta and sin theta. So we added this two equations and we found secant theta. Subtract the two equations to get tan theta. And then we use tan theta, sin theta by cos theta to find sin theta. Here also, children, supposing you change the signs, supposing you change the signs, then you will get the value of tan theta. You will get the value of tan theta. See, like Shreya mentioned, you can find secant theta, tan theta, and then find sin theta. That's fine. You will get the same result. Here, what I've done is I've just cancelled tan theta plus tan theta minus tan theta. I'm adding the two equations. So you find secant theta. You know the reciprocal of this is cos theta. And to find sin theta, this identity, substitute the value of cos theta and work and find sin theta. Now, supposing you change the signs, then you will find tan theta. Supposing you change the signs, you will find tan theta. After that, you can use the identity secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1 and find secant theta. Or you can do this. Or you can do this. Once you find tan theta, you can use cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. What is cosecant square theta? Don't know. Minus cot square theta will be the reciprocal of tan. Cot will be the reciprocal of tan. Substitute that. So you will get cosecant theta. Once you get cosecant theta, the reciprocal is sin theta. So different ways in which you can get the result. If you solve and so again, see, I'm saying like Shreya said, we can find secant theta, tan theta, and then sin theta. Finished. It's all over. Like we did yesterday. So you can go about using different ways. If you find tan, you can use the identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. Then cot is the reciprocal of tan, which we got. So using that, you can find cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is nothing but sin theta. Cosecant is nothing but sine. You will get the value of sine. But you have to find cos, no? You have to find cos. So since you have tan, you can say tan is sine by cos and find cos. Okay, is this approach clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So here again, what is cosecant theta? What is cosecant theta minus cot theta? What is cosecant theta minus cot theta?
1 by x, ma'am.
1 by x. Who's that?
Priyadashini, ma'am.
Okay. If cosecant theta plus cot theta is x, cosecant theta minus cot theta is 1 by x. Okay. Is 1 by x. All right. Now here it's different. In the early, see, you need to compare the questions, you know. You need to compare. Here we are given secant theta plus tan theta is 4. And we know that secant theta minus tan theta is 1 by 4. And we are asked to find sine and cos theta, which we work like this. Here we are given cosecant theta plus cot theta is x. We know that cosecant theta minus cot theta is 1 by x. Cosecant theta minus cot theta is 1 by x. But what are we to find here? The question is find x square minus 1. What is x? X is cosecant theta minus cot theta. X is cosecant theta plus cot theta. X is cosecant theta plus cot theta. We need to find x square minus 1 by x square plus 1. We need to find x square. What is x square? Cosecant theta plus cot theta the whole square minus 1 by x square. Cosecant theta plus cot theta the whole square plus 1. This is what we have to find. We have to find x square minus 1 by x square plus 1. That is cosecant theta plus cot theta the whole square minus 1 and cosecant theta plus cot theta the whole square plus 1. Because this is only x. This is correct. We need to find this. Is this right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just see, we need to find this one. So in place of x, we substitute this expression cosecant theta plus cot theta. Then what? So once you do that, what's the next step? You'll have to expand this. A plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. That's the next step. After this, what you can do is what is cosecant square theta minus 1? What is cosecant square theta minus 1?
Cot square theta.
Cot square theta. In the denominator, because see, cot square theta minus 1. Can you find cot square theta minus 1? You have cot square theta plus 1. That is why we didn't do cot square theta minus 1. We did cosecant square theta minus 1 because we know that cosecant square theta minus 1 is cot square theta. In the denominator, we will not do cosecant square theta plus 1 because we can find only cosecant square theta minus 1 using the identity. But we can find cot square theta plus 1. What is cot square theta plus 1? Cosecant square theta. So you group so that you can get some result using the identity. There's nothing like you should do this with this. We do in the numerator, we do cosecant square theta minus 1 simply because cosecant square theta minus 1 is cot square theta. That's all. And in the denominator, we do cot square. See, in the numerator, it is -1. Here it is +1. In the denominator, we do cot square theta +1 because we know that is cosecant square theta. So we group like that accordingly. We group. So we group this cosecant square theta and -1. And these terms are written as it is. See, cot square theta, this one as it is. In the denominator, write cosecant square theta as it is. And combine these two, cot square theta +1 in a bracket. And this term as it is. Please understand till here. Then I'll show you the next step. First we substitute. Then we have to expand. Then we group like this. Group meaning we just combine, we just bring these two terms together and these two terms together. Now, obviously, what's the next step? We're going to write cosecant square theta -1 as cot square theta. And in the denominator, this one is replaced with cosecant square theta. That's the next step. Now, I'm pausing so that, I give you time to understand. Fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for acknowledging. Where are the others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. All right. Thank you. So substitute like this. Substitute the expression for x, square it. So we need to expand using the formula. And after that, we group like this. And using the identity, we replace cosecant square theta -1 is cot square theta. This one is cosecant square theta. Now there is some simplification. Can you see cot square theta and cot square theta? So 2 cot square theta. So one step leads to the other. If you just make the right start, that will lead to the next, and you end with the result. So see, immediately now after doing this, we have to simplify. What is cot square theta plus cot square theta? 2 cot square theta. What is cosecant square theta plus cosecant square theta? 2 cosecant square theta. That's the next step. That is the next step. 2 cot square theta. That's the next step. Now, can somebody tell me what will come next?
Taking 2 common.
Very good. See, no, something more than 2.
2 cot theta, ma'am. On the numerator.
Yeah. Now
And 2 cosecant theta on the denominator.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. So now you know. So now in the numerator and denominator, we have 2 common, but in the numerator, we have 2 cot theta common. In the denominator, we have 2 cosecant theta common. So let's bring out the common factor. So, okay, fine. If I show the next slide, I think I cannot read, meaning I can zoom in, but still you can see the answer fully. So after that, no, I think it's better I show. Answer, yes. So once you take out 2 cot theta and 2 cosecant theta common, this is what you will have in the brackets. This expression, these expressions, they can get cancelled as a whole. Cot theta, not cot theta, cosecant theta, not like that. Cot theta plus cosecant, like x plus y. The expression as a whole, they get cancelled. X plus y and x plus y gets cancelled. It's not x and x, y and y. We are not cancelling cot theta, cosecant theta. See the slash. This expression and this expression, they are the same. They get cancelled. Now 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Cot theta by cosecant theta, and you can understand these steps. Look at these. Cot is cos by sine. This is 1 by sine. So it's cancelled. So therefore, x square minus 1 by x square plus 1 is cos theta. X square minus 1 by x square plus 1 is cos theta. This one, we have done this earlier, children. Srinivasan also asked me, We can multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2. Then you will get root 2 by root 10. We have done this earlier. I'm not. Please work this. You have to work it. You don't tell yourself that I've already worked this earlier and go to the next one. Please work this. This one also we've done earlier, children. This also we've done earlier, so I'm ignoring this one. Yeah. So here if 15 tan square theta plus 4 secant square theta is 23, find the value of secant theta plus cosecant theta the whole square minus sine square theta. So what you should, when you read questions like this, what you must realize is you need to find this ratio, secant theta, cosecant theta, and sine theta. So you wish you had one ratio. You wish you had the value of one ratio so that you can use the right triangle and find anybody. Correct. Supposing you're given tan theta as 1 by 3. Suppose you're given tan theta as 1 by 3. Now I ask you to find sine theta or cos theta or secant, cosecant, cot. It's easy to find because you can apply this information. Tan theta is equal to 1 by 3 in a right triangle, and you can find any ratio. So when you're asked questions like this, find the value of secant theta plus cosecant theta whole square minus sine square theta. So secant theta is a ratio, cosecant theta is a ratio, sine theta is a ratio. So you wish you had the value. You wish you had the value of any one ratio, any one. It can be sine theta or cos theta or tan theta, any one ratio. Then you could use the right triangle and find anybody else. So with this given stuff, your intention should be, or you should work towards finding the value of any one ratio. Let me find at least tan theta from this. Let me find at least secant theta from this. So with the help of that, I'll use a right triangle and I'll find the other ratios. With that intention, you should start working. So you must always have a goal and then you make a plan to achieve your goal. So like this, your goal is your goal is you want to have the value of any one ratio, sine theta or cos theta or tan theta, whatever, any one ratio, because after that you can proceed. Then you will make a right triangle and then you can compute the other ratios. So your goal is, how do I find? I'll find at least tan theta from this or at least secant theta from this. You can find anything, any one of the two you can find. So let's start. 15 tan square theta plus 4 secant square theta is 23. You can write tan square theta as secant square theta minus 1, or you can write secant square theta as 1 plus tan square theta. Change any one of the two. Your interest is in one equation, there are two unknowns. So you are converting that to one equation, one unknown. That's all. In one equation, you have two unknowns and you cannot find anybody. One equation can have one unknown. Then you can solve and find the value of that unknown. Like if I say x plus y is equal to 5. X plus y is equal to 5. Find the values of x and y. If x is 1, y is 4. If x is 2, y is 3. They'll not have a unique solution. If x plus y is equal to 5, find the values of x and y. X can be 0, y 5. And you can give so many real values for x and find the corresponding real value of y. So it doesn't have a unique solution. So one equation, two unknowns. You cannot find anybody. One equation, one unknown. Yeah, then you can find. That's the intention. So tan square theta is written as secant square theta minus 1. Don't change this. Then if you write this in tan, again you will have both secant and tan in one equation. So either change this or change this. So I have written tan square theta as secant square theta minus 1, and you work and see. What should I say? Nothing much. That's all. After this, it's easy now. 15 secant square theta plus 4 secant square theta, which is 19 secant square theta. And you find that secant square theta is 2. Or secant theta is equal to root 2. That means root 2 by 1. Secant theta is root 2 by 1. And which are the two sides secant theta connects, children? Secant theta connects?
Hypotenuse by adjacent, ma'am.
Adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent. Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. So now use a right triangle. Now use a right triangle. So secant theta, so hypotenuse by adjacent. For theta here, if you mark theta here, this is the adjacent side. So hypotenuse by adjacent. And find the other ratios. Find the other ratios. Yeah, I hope you understood. Now, if secant theta is root 2, children, what is cos theta?
1 by.
And when is it 1 by root 2 in the cos table?
40.
Cos 45 degrees. Yeah, you can also do that. You can also find the angle. Secant theta is equal to root 2. Secant theta is equal to root 2. But secant theta is root 2. Root 2 meaning secant 45 degrees is root 2. Secant 45 degrees is root 2. How do we know? Because, or you can write secant theta is root 2. So cos theta is equal to 1 by root 2. You can write that. Cos theta is 1 by root 2. But cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So theta is 45 degrees. So once you find theta, theta, so you have to find secant 45 plus cosecant 45 the whole square minus sine square 45 degrees. This is what you'll have to find. Then you don't need the right triangle. If you find the angle, then why do you need the right triangle? You don't need the right triangle. You don't need the right triangle. When you find the angle, you can directly substitute the angle in place of theta and get the values from the table and evaluate. Or you can do the right triangle, anything. So when you see a situation like this, you must tell yourself that this equation has two unknowns. If you convert it to one unknown using the identity, you can find the value of that unknown. So here we took away tan square theta and we introduced secant square theta minus 1. So this equation had only secant square theta. So finally, we were able to solve and find the value of secant theta. So now you know one ratio. Secant theta is root 2. So using the right triangle, you find all the other ratios, whatever you need to evaluate here. Yeah. This one we did yesterday. I think it's a reverse. We are given sine theta minus cos theta, and we are asked to find sine theta plus cos theta. I think yesterday it was given sine theta plus cos theta. We had to find sine theta minus cos theta. Anyway, this we have done. You know this one. Yes, somebody want to say something?
Ma'am, the last question I didn't understand. How did we get cosecant theta, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yes, which one?
How did we get cosecant theta is equal to root 2?
No, by applying the ratio. Now secant theta, we found here root 2. Cosecant theta, now we use this right triangle. Cosecant theta connects the hypotenuse and the opposite side. So hypotenuse root 2 by opposite 1, root 2 by 1, which is root 2. And sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite 1 by root 2.
Ma'am, how did we find the opposite side?
You can mark any one angle as theta. So secant theta is root 2, right? So you just draw a right triangle. Draw a right triangle. You can mark any one of the two angles as theta. You can call this is theta or this is theta. Any, see, I forgot to mark the right angle here, but you know that this is the right angle. So any one of the other two angles, other two acute angles can be marked theta. Right triangle, this is 90 degrees. These are the two acute angles. You can mark this as theta or this as theta. If you mark this one as theta, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. This is the side opposite to theta, this is the side adjacent to theta. If you mark this one as theta, then this will be the side opposite to theta, and this will be the side adjacent to theta. This is the hypotenuse. So now by this marking, to find secant theta, we already have root 2. To find cosecant theta will be hypotenuse by opposite. Cosecant theta is hypotenuse by opposite. So hypotenuse root 2 by opposite 1. Root 2 by 1, which is root 2. Then sine theta. Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So sine theta is opposite 1 by hypotenuse root 2. 1 by root 2.
I still getting that. Then how do we get the opposite side of theta as 1?
That is by using Pythagoras theorem. That is by using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, I did not mention that, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. I did not mention that. Okay, thank you, Arnav. I did not mention that. Yeah. So using the ratio secant theta is equal to root 2. Secant theta is equal to root 2. Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. So you would have filled the hypotenuse. You would have filled the hypotenuse in the adjacent side. You would have filled the hypotenuse in the adjacent side. By using Pythagoras theorem, we find the opposite side.
Ma'am, won't it be 4 minus 1 is equal to root 3?
No, root 2 the whole square is 2, right? 2 minus 1.
Okay, ma'am. I thought, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I hope you went through. So here, first look out for the standard angles. Just check if there are any standard angles. 23, 79, 48, 67, 42, 11. No standard angles. So now you can see that, the entire thing is like, like there's nothing that you can add, and there's nothing that you don't have like ratios at all. Sine 23, secant 79, tan 48. We don't find standard angles, and we don't find, like if you have a sine 23 and a sine of what is 90 minus 23? That's 90 minus 23, 67. Okay, if you have sine 67, maybe you can do something. But here all different ratios, angles also don't add to 90. So the only way to solve this is, they're not standard angles also. 23, 11, 79, 42, 48, 67. We cannot, group anything on the basis of complementary angles. So now we have to really think what to do. So what to do is, we have to make the numerator look like the denominator. That can be, I should be safely saying that one of the possible options. I don't know the others if they exist. But when you look at a question like this, the only thing you feel is, okay, that means the numerator and the denominator, they're the same. but they're written, they're presented differently. So what you should do is you should carefully, don't disturb the denominator, change the numerator, or don't disturb the numerator, change the denominator. Because when you again look at the ratios in the numerator, sine, cosecant. Sine, not sine, cosecant, sine, cos. Secant, cosecant, tan, cot. You can find the complementary ratios. Sine, cos, here, sine 23, cos 67. But we know that sine 23 is equal to cos 67. Let me just give you some time to think, children. Now we'll use the table which we know. Now, what is the value of sine 30 degrees? What is sine 30 degrees?
1/2, ma'am.
1/2. And sine 30 degrees is equal to cos 60 degrees, because cos 60 is also 1/2. Cos 60 is also 1/2. So sine 30 cos 60. Yes or no? Sine 60 cos 30. So like that, you can see in the numerator, sine 23 degrees, denominator cos 67. This 23 and 67, they add to 90. Like sine 30 degrees, cos 60 degrees. Their values are the same. Sine, cos, 30 plus 60 is 90. So sine 23, cos 23 and 67 will add to 90. Sine 23, cos 67, they are the same. Sine 23 is the same as the value of sine 23 is the same as the value of cos 67. So 6 sine 23 is the same as 6 cos 67. Because sine 23 is the same, the value of sine 23 is the same as the value of cos 67. Sine, cos, and the angles are complementary angles. So by using the concept of complementary ratios, you can make these two equal. You must make these, you can make these two are equal. They look different, but their value is actually the same. Similarly, secant 79 and cosecant 11. Secant 79 and cosecant 11. Secant, cosecant. 79, 11. 79 plus 11 is 90. Secant, cosecant. 79, 11. 79 plus 11 is 90. Secant and cosecant, complementary ratios. Okay, so these two, secant 79, cosecant 11, they are different. When you read them, they read different, but they have the same value. Like sine 30 is 1/2. Cos 60, they read different. Sine 30, cos 60, they read different, but their value is the same, 1/2. Similarly, secant 79 looks different from cosecant, where am I? Secant 79 is different from cosecant 11, but their value is the same. They read different. When you pronounce, when you say them, they sound different, but their value is the same. And similarly, 3 tan 48 and 3 cot 42. 48, 42. They add to 90. Tan, cot, complementary ratios. So the value of tan 48 is the same as the value of cot 42. That means the numerator and the denominator, see here, 6 sine 23 is equal to 6 cos 67. So you cannot cancel it, but these two are the same. Secant 79, cosecant 11, they are the same. 3 tan 48, 3 cot 42, they are the same. So it's like this expression, the value of this expression is the same as the value of this expression. So like x plus y plus z, a plus b plus c, they get cancelled, and the answer is 1. That is what has happened here. So don't disturb the denominator. Don't disturb the denominator, or don't disturb the numerator. Change any one of the two. So here you can see I've written all the terms in the denominator, all the ratios in the denominator as they are, and change the numerator. So 6, write that as it is. Sine 23. Sine 23 can be written as cos sine theta. Just say that. Sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So sine theta, sine 23. Sine 23 is equal to cos 90 minus 23. Sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So sine 23 is equal to cos 90 minus 23. Secant theta, so see 6 cos 90 minus 23. Again, secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus theta. Secant theta is equal to cosecant 90 minus the same thing, theta. Tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta. So then subtract. See, we have already changed, children. Cos, right? Cos as it is. 90 minus 23 is 67. So like that, subtract and write the values. And you can just check. Sine 23 has become cos 67. I hope you're all listening to me.
Yes,
Are you all
ma'am.
there? Yeah. Children, please listen. So you can see the end results. Sine 23 has now become cos 67. Check if you're right. Yeah, sine cos 23, it's complement 67. You're right. Sine has become cos. 23 has become its complement 67. It's correct. Secant 79 has become cosecant 11. Yeah, secant has become cosecant. 79 has become its 79 becomes its complement 11. Similarly, tan becomes cot and 48 becomes its complement 42. Complement means 90 minus 48. The sum of the two angles should be 90. 48 plus 42 is 90. Now you see that the terms in the denominator and the numerator, they're the same. See here, 6 cos 67, 6 cos 67. See this one, this one. So the expression as a whole, they get cancelled. We are not cancelling them individually. The entire expression in the numerator and denominator, they get cancelled and the value is 1. Is it okay, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Take a picture, children. All right. You can take a picture of the slide. All right. This one we have done earlier, children. This we have done earlier. You can just have a look at it. Please go through the 13th one and ask me if you have any questions. All right, children. We write cot square theta as the cosecant square theta minus 1, which is like a square minus b square. So a plus b into a minus b. No, I think you should understand this. So the question for this, children, will be like, prove that here we have to show that this is equal to 2. Here, show that this one is equal to 2. The question can also read like this. Prove that this one is an integer. Prove that this represents an integer. So when we work this, we get 2 as a result. So yes, this expression represents an integer, which is 2. All right. So what we do is, children, we don't take up the LCM or the common denominator. We don't do that. What we do is, when you look at this term alone, look at this one. The denominator is a plus b. The numerator is a cubed plus b cubed. And you know that a cube plus b cube is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. The denominator is a plus b. We have not taken the common denominator. This is the first term. This is the second term. They're connected by a plus sign. We take up the first term. We look at that. We observe it closely. We see that the denominator is a plus b and the numerator is a cube plus b cube. So a cube plus b cube, that is where a is cos theta and b is sin theta. A cubed, cos theta the whole cubed, sin theta the whole cubed. So a is cos theta, b is sin theta. So a cube plus b cube is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square divided by cos theta plus sin theta. So cos theta plus sin theta and cos theta plus sin theta, they get cancelled in the numerator and denominator. It's a product here. So you can cancel. Plus this plus sign plus this one. The denominator is a minus b. The numerator is a cube minus b cube. We know that a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. A minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So divided by cos theta minus sin theta. So they get, again, this expression, the numerator and denominator, they get cancelled. And we're left with this. So in the next step, we have these terms, but you can see the sin square theta plus cos square theta here. See, this is plus sin square theta and this is plus cos square theta. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Children, you can see sin square theta here. You can see cos square theta here. What about their signs? This is sin square theta plus sin square theta. And this cos square theta is also plus cos square theta. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Minus cos theta sin theta. Plus. Here also we have sin square theta plus cos square theta. See here. Sin square theta plus cos square theta, or cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1. So 1 plus cos theta sin theta. Open the bracket. These two terms get cancelled. 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, children. Not okay? What is yeah? Tell us. Tell me the identity. What is a cube plus b cube equal to?
A plus b into a square minus ab plus b square.
What is a cube plus
Ma'am,
b cube?
A cube plus
Yeah.
B.
No, I can't hear you.
A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b also.
Yeah. No. A cube plus b cube. Come again. A cube plus b cube is?
A cube Okay. A cube plus B cube is equal to A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square.
Correct, correct. So we have used those two identities. See again, so algebraic it is. So you need to know those identities in order to operate this and this. You must know that identity. A cube plus B cube is A plus B, A square minus AB plus B square. Here A cube minus B cube is A minus B, A square plus AB plus B square, where A and B are cos theta and sin theta respectively. We have not taken the common denominator. We are working with this alone, this one alone, because we see that the denominator is A plus B and the numerator is A cube plus B cube. We know that A plus B is a factor. We know that A plus B is a factor of A cube plus B cube. You know when you expand your, you know when you use the identity, you will get the same thing, cos theta plus sin theta here, and you can cancel it. So work this separately, this one here, and then sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Open the bracket, these two terms gets cancelled, 1 plus 1, 2. So the question can also be like, prove that this expression is an integer. Prove that the value of this expression is an integer. No, it can be just this. Prove that this expression is an integer. Prove that cos cube theta plus sin cube theta by cos theta plus sin theta plus cos cube theta minus sin cube theta by cos theta minus sin theta is an integer. So you just have to work. So you know that you should get a numerical value as the answer. Integer. So you cannot even get a fraction. Integer. You can get a negative, positive value, or maybe 0. Yeah, we'll do 8 and 9 and wind up the session for today. And children who don't have tests or exam at school, please complete whatever we discussed today. Please complete it at the end of the session. So you can see that in the left hand side, we have cot and cosecant, while in the right hand side, we have only cot. So it's very, obvious that you have to get rid of cosecant and introduce cot. And since they are connected with an identity, we are not using sine and cos here. We are not introducing sine and cos because cosecant square A, cot square A, they are already connected by the identity. So we are not trying to use sine or cos here, sine and cos here, because we normally change the ratios to sine and cos. We are not going to do that here because they are already related, cot and cosecant, through the identity. And what we do is in the RHS, we have cot A and meaning cot square A and cot square B. So in the left hand side, we need to get rid of cosecant square B and cosecant square A because we have only cot in the RHS. So we have to remove. We have to get rid of cosecant square B and cosecant square A in the LHS. So take up the LHS instead of cosecant square B by the identity 1 plus cot square B. Cosecant square A, 1 plus cot square A. Then once you do that, you'll have to multiply Cot square A into 1 is cot square A. Cot square A into cot square B is this one. Cot square B into 1 here. And cot square B into cot square A here. And these two terms get cancelled. And you have it, which is the RHS. So we don't have to use sine and cos. We don't have to write cot square A as sine square A. Sorry, we don't have to write cot square A as cos square A by sine square A. For this reason, because cot and cosecant are connected through the identity. So we can make use of that identity. And we have to get rid of cosecant square B and cosecant square A, because in the RHS we have only cot. So we get rid of cosecant square B and cosecant square A. We write cosecant square B as 1 plus cot square B. Please take care of the angle. Cosecant square B minus cot square B is 1. Cosecant square B minus cot square B is 1. Here, cosecant square A minus cot square A is 1. Okay. Look at the 9th one. How many terms, children, we have in the LHS of question number 9? How many terms do we have?
4 terms, ma'am.
4 terms. So
4
now,
terms.
yeah, this is what we have learned in algebra. When we have to factorize an expression, when we started off factorizing, I think as early as in 7th standard, 7th we wouldn't have had this. So in 8th standard, we have learned this method of factorizing by grouping. Factorizing by grouping. So normally when there are 4 terms, and if we have to factorize an expression that contains 4 terms, we group them in 2s. We group the terms in 2s conveniently. We rearrange if needed. We group them in 2s and factorize. So that is the idea used here. That's exactly that algebraic idea. Exactly that algebraic idea, just that we're using trigonometric ratios. Same idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are there. And there you can see that there should be something or the other common. So we rearrange the terms according to our convenience so that we find something common between them. We rearrange the terms. You don't have to always rearrange. If the first and second term already had something in common, if the third and fourth term already had something in common, you don't have to rearrange. But you see that the first and the second term, sine square A is sine square B, cos square B, cos square A. Nothing is common. Sine square A and sine square B, cos square B, cos square A. There is nothing common between the first and the second term. What about the third and the fourth term? Cos square A, no cos at all here. Cos square B, no. So as it is in this order, there is nothing common between the first and second term, third and the fourth term. So the need to rearrange arises. That is why the need to rearrange. You can rearrange according to your convenience, not that you should do it like this. Again, when you rearrange, you should make sure that after rearranging, the first and the second term, they have something in common. The third and the fourth term also have something in common. That's the idea of rearranging. Okay, so I have rearranged like this. So you just change the order, write it like this. So I have written sine square A, cos square B, then sine square A, sine square B, this one. I've grouped the first and the fourth term. First and the fourth term, the second and the third term, second and third term. There are 4 terms, no? I've grouped the first and the fourth term. The first one, the fourth one, the second and the third. Now what is common between the first and the fourth one? Sine square A is common. Bring it out. Open a bracket, cos square B plus sine square B. Sine square A is common. Bring it out. Cos square B plus sine square B. Plus, what's common between the third and the fourth term? Cos square A. So cos square A. Then sin square B plus cos square B in the bracket. Now, either directly you can say, now what I have done here is cos square B sin square B, cos square B sin square B. I've written that out here. And then sin square B plus cos square A here. What you can also do is, what is cos square B into sin, what is cos square B plus sin square B? 1. What is sin square B plus cos square B? 1. Identity. So sin square A into 1 plus cos square A into 1. So sin square A cos square A, which is again 1. So to proceed, you can use, the other approach also. What I have done here is, you can see this one. When you have A plus B in the bracket, you bring out A plus B common. Like that, cos square B plus sin square B, cos square B plus sin square B. So I've brought it out common here. Then this sin square A plus cos square A in the bracket. Now sin square B plus cos square B is 1. Sin square A plus cos square A is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. You can also write 1 here directly. Sin square A into 1 by the identity. Cos square A into 1 by the identity. Into 1. So you'll get sin square A into 1, which is sin square A, plus cos square A into 1, which is cos square A. So sin square A plus cos square A, which is again 1. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. If you have any questions, you can stay back. Else you may leave the meeting. But children, make sure that you complete all that we have discussed yesterday and today. So I have not cut short today's time. Just to help students who have their exams at school, I did not give you time to write in the class, which you are not now going to do at the end of the meeting. So please complete your classwork. Otherwise, you'll forget all that we understood. All right, children. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please stay back and get it clarified. Others can leave. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, children.
Ma'am, can you share this?
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.